Imagine waking up as President of the United States, the first rays of dawn filtering through the historic windows of the White House. Each morning, you open your eyes not just in a bedroom, but in a living museum, a place where every corner whispers stories of the past. As you walk through the grand hallways, you're surrounded by the living history of the White House. The air itself seems charged with the echoes of decisions that shaped the nation, and the footsteps of those who came before you. The walls have seen Lincoln's midnight pacing, wrestling with the fate of a divided country, and Roosevelt's wartime decisions that steered America through turbulent times. Every president leaves a mark, and every room holds memories of triumph, tragedy, and transformation. Every detail, from the ornate chandeliers to the worn banisters, tells the story of America's journey. The artifacts and decor are more than decoration. They are silent witnesses to history, reminders of the ideals and struggles that have defined the nation. The White House is both a symbol of power and a home, a place where history and the present collide. It's where world leaders gather, but also where families celebrate birthdays and holidays, blending the personal with the political in a uniquely American way. As president, you're not just a leader, you're a steward of this national treasure. You must balance the responsibility of preserving its legacy with the demands of modern leadership, ensuring that the White House remains both functional and faithful to its past. In 2018, President Donald J. Trump, a man known for his grand projects and bold ambitions, set his sights on the executive mansion. He saw the White House not just as a seat of government, but as a canvas for his vision of American greatness. For Trump, the White House was a stage for American achievement, a place to showcase the nation's strength and potential. He believed it was time for a bold update, one that would reflect the country's status on the world stage. Trump envisioned a transformation that would leave his mark on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue for generations to come. He wanted to create something unforgettable, a legacy that would stand alongside the great moments of presidential history. Not content with minor changes or subtle renovations, he proposed something monumental, a grand ballroom to rival the palaces of Europe. This new space would be larger, more opulent, and more impressive than anything the White House had ever seen. The ballroom would project American strength and opulence to the world, hosting state dinners, international summits, and historic celebrations. It would be a symbol of national pride, designed to awe both guests and citizens alike. But to build it, something historic would have to go. The plan called for the removal of a part of the White House that had stood for decades, raising difficult questions about what should be preserved and what could be changed. Specifically, the proposal targeted the East Wing, a space with its own rich history and significance. Its removal would not only alter the building's appearance, but also its story, a move that would spark fierce debate among historians, architects, and the public. The proposal set the stage for a dramatic clash between progress and preservation. News outlets buzzed with speculation, protesters gathered at the gates, and experts weighed in on what should be saved and what could be sacrificed. Could the White House evolve to meet the needs of a new era without erasing the legacy of its past? Was it possible to honor tradition while embracing change, or would something irreplaceable be lost forever? The answer would ignite a national conversation about what Americans value most in their most iconic home, a debate about identity, memory, and the meaning of progress in the heart of the nation. President Trump's ballroom proposal was nothing short of audacious, a bold vision that captured the imagination of some and the skepticism of others. The idea was to create a new monumental space that would forever change the face of the executive residence. The plan called for a state-of-the-art hall, seamlessly attached to the historic White House, blending modern luxury with classic American grandeur. This wasn't just an addition, it was a statement of intent, a symbol of a nation unafraid to dream big. The proposed ballroom would be nothing less than spectacular. Designed to accommodate over 1,000 guests, it would boast gilded ceilings, sparkling crystal chandeliers, and sweeping panoramic views of the South Lawn. An opulent setting fit for royalty, dignitaries, and the most prestigious gatherings. The administration argued that the current state dining room, while steeped in history, was simply too small and outdated for the demands of modern diplomacy. Hosting large-scale events had become a logistical challenge, often forcing compromises on guest lists and protocol. With a grand ballroom, the United States could welcome world leaders and international delegations with unmatched style, efficiency, and hospitality, projecting an image of strength, unity, and sophistication on the global stage. But this vision came at a steep price. The plan required demolishing the East Wing, which housed the First Lady's offices and the beloved White House Theater, a space rich with its own history and tradition. Supporters of the project saw this as a necessary sacrifice for progress, pointing to the long tradition of presidential renovations and expansions. They argued that every era leaves its mark on the White House, and this would be the legacy of a new generation. For them, the ballroom was a patriotic modernization, an evolution that honored the past while embracing the future, continuing the tradition of adapting the White House to meet the needs of a changing nation. Critics, however, saw more than just bricks and mortar at stake. To them, the proposal threatened to erase irreplaceable history and disrupt the delicate balance between tradition and innovation that defines the White House. The proposed ballroom quickly became a lightning rod, a symbol of ambition, controversy, and the ongoing struggle to define America's image, both at home and abroad. It sparked passionate debate about what should be preserved and what could be changed. As the sun rose over the White House, the stage was set for a high-stakes battle over the very soul of America's most iconic residence, a debate that would echo far beyond its storied walls. The East Wing is more than an entryway. It stands as a testament to the resilience and evolution of the American spirit. It's a chapter of American history, woven into the fabric of the nation's identity. Built in 1942 under the leadership of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, it was designed to house the secretive Presidential Emergency Operations Center, a fortified bunker intended for use during national crises. This secure space proved vital on September 11, 2001, serving as a crucial anchor for the government amidst the chaos and uncertainty of that fateful day. The East Wing also became the epicenter of the First Lady's work, beginning with Rosalind Carter in 1977, who transformed it into a hub of social and political influence. Here, First Ladies launched groundbreaking initiatives that have shaped the nation's social landscape, addressing issues from health to education. Demolishing it would erase a vital link to wartime resilience, and the evolving role of women in the White House, a testament to their growing influence and leadership. Preservationists viewed the East Wing as irreplaceable, a symbol of continuity, service, and the enduring legacy of those who have walked its halls. The proposal to tear it down was more than a mere logistical change. It was perceived as a threat to living history, a move that could erase stories of courage and leadership. The debate was about more than just space. It was about what stories the White House should preserve, what legacies should be honored, and what history should be remembered for future generations. News of the ballroom plan sparked a national uproar. Trump's supporters hailed it as visionary, a bold step for a modern America. They argued the White House must evolve and the ballroom would be a lasting asset. Opponents, historians, preservationists, and citizens saw it as cultural vandalism. They warned that destroying the East Wing would erase vital history for a vanity project. The debate raged in Congress, the media, and online, becoming a proxy for deeper questions about tradition versus change. Was the White House a living institution or a sacred monument? The controversy united unlikely allies and divided the nation along new lines. The future of the White House became a battleground for America's identity. The most powerful opposition came from those who knew the White House best, former First Ladies and presidential children. In a rare joint statement, Laura Bush, Hillary Clinton, Michelle Obama, and Caroline Kennedy condemned the demolition plan. They called the East Wing the heart of public service, a space of memory and purpose. Historians echoed their concerns, invoking Jacqueline Kennedy's legacy of preservation. They warned that erasing the East Wing would set a dangerous precedent. The protest transformed the debate, shifting it from politics to a question of national heritage. The White House, they argued, belonged to the people, not any single president. Their voices galvanized public opinion, making preservation a cause that transcended party lines. Legal and procedural barriers quickly emerged. The White House, a national historic landmark, is protected by strict preservation laws. Any major change required approval from multiple commissions and public hearings. Legal experts argued the president's authority was limited. The process would be long and contentious. Public backlash intensified, Letters, protests, and bipartisan opposition flooded Washington. Congress signaled reluctance to fund the project, seeing it as a political liability. The combination of legal obstacles and public outrage created a perfect storm. The ballroom plan was in serious jeopardy before ground was ever broken. The controversy forced a fundamental question: is the White House a home or a museum? Supporters of the ballroom saw it as a living, evolving institution. They pointed to past renovations as proof of necessary change. Preservationists argued that, since Jacqueline Kennedy's restoration, the White House had become a protected museum. The debate touched the nation's soul. Should monuments be frozen in time or allowed to grow? Most Americans agreed. Small changes were fine, but destroying history was a step too far. The White House emerged as a unique hybrid, functional, yet sacred. Its identity as a national monument now outweighed its role as a private residence. Under mounting pressure, the White House quietly abandoned the ballroom plan in late 2018. There was no formal announcement, just silence as the project faded away. The East Wing, with its history and symbolism, was saved. Preservationists and citizens celebrated a rare victory for heritage over ego. Jacqueline Kennedy's legacy of protection had held firm. The episode became a cautionary tale about the limits of presidential power. The East Wing stands as a testament to resilience, memory, and the enduring will of the people. The unbuilt ballroom left America with lasting lessons. Our monuments are more than buildings, they're vessels of our shared story. The East Wing debate was a civics lesson in defending history while embracing progress. The public's stand wasn't against change, but against erasing memory. True progress, they decided, builds on the past, not over it. The episode showed the power of united citizens to protect what matters. In a divided era, the White House became a symbol of unity and vigilance. The East Wing endures, a quiet monument to the people who chose preservation over pride.